Hey everybody, Horrible Bobby here. This is the way I see it. Before I get started, I want to mention my 2 bars of silver I'm giving away in the month of May to a subscriber who leaves a comment. Speaking of subscribers, I want to thank my subscribers. Without you, I wouldn't have a channel. I want y'all to pardon me for sitting here in this t-shirt like this, but it's about 95 degrees, and I'm out here in my studio with no AC, and it is hot. So anyway, I'm going to try to bring you a good report today. But I want to thank a few people first. I want to thank Boston Girl, DM, The Great Douchebag, and Charity. I want to thank these people for donating to my channel. I appreciate it. Believe me, it is greatly appreciated, and I thank you. I want to call out a few patriots today. I want to call out Tony Patriot. He has a show on Thursdays at 8 p.m. I think he's going to go on tonight. And if not tonight, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. live. Forbidden Information. She comes on in the evening, but she's liable to come on any time of the day. So just look out for her. And American Joe Show. He's a great guy. He's helped me so much. Florida Jim. Great guy out of Florida. Man, he's got a funny show. Check him out. And there's many, many more, but I can't call them all out at one time. But just wanted y'all to hear that. I want to let you know that my PayPal information is in the link below. If you care to donate to this channel and help me grow, it's greatly appreciated. But my main concern is getting some stories out there to you that mean something and have a heart. So anyway, I'm going to start off tonight doing something I didn't think I would ever do. But today I have to take a step back and I have to thank Pope Francis. He was in the news today, and I must say that I'm totally impressed with his stance on abortion. Today Pope Francis likened abortion to hiring a hitman and said abortion can never be condoned even if the child is gravely sick or likely to die. The Pope was speaking at a pro-life conference sponsored by the Vatican. He also stressed that abortion is not a religious issue but a human issue. The Pope stated that a human life is never incompatible with life, as he also condemned abortion decisions based on prenatal testing. The Pope said this applies to those babies who are destined to die at birth or soon thereafter. Pope Francis' comments came in the wake of the raging abortion debates here in the United States. I want to thank you, Pope Francis, for your support on the abortion epidemic across the world. On this one issue, Pope Francis, I stand with you on this one issue. I want to talk a little bit about what a bunch of our Democrats did this week. 6 demon-wrapped presidential candidates were in the midst of an abortion rights demonstration at the Supreme Court this week. They were protesting the new restrictive abortion laws in Georgia and Mississippi and Missouri, and of course Alabama had the most restrictive of all. They banned abortion altogether. So of course these laws were passed and the Republicans dominated the legislatures in those states, and that really ticks off these demon rats. I mean, they don't like it when the Republicans get something passed that they're so adamantly against. The demon rat, I love calling them that, the demon rat party's position today is the more abortion, the better. Abortion is available up until the time of birth for any reason would be a mother's choice, and the mother should have that choice. Convenience is not a good reason, but it's better to abort a pregnancy than to even think of carrying it to full term, and least of all birthing this baby and then have to take care of it. People, it's all for convenience. That's all it is. Plain and simple. I had a debate, it wasn't really a debate, it was more of an argument with my older sister yesterday. We were talking about abortion and young girls taking the pill and all this kind of stuff, and she got really heated, and she said, well, I was talking about 11 and 12-year-old girls being given the pill. And I said, all that is a license to have sex. And it is. Give the kid the pill, and it's a license to have sex. Maybe it's subliminal, I don't know. But it's a message to them that now they can go have sex and not have to worry about it, even at a very young age. And believe me, a lot of these very young age people think about this stuff. But anyway, I done lost my place. We had 6 demon rats that are running for president at the Supreme Court. So I'm going to start off with, I guess, Cory Booker. You know, Cory Booker, he's a demon rat candidate, and he has no children of his own. But why does Cory Booker not have any children of his own, and why is he single? Is it because if he married, then his gay lifestyle would come out to the public? Is that what it is? I think so. Cory in the bathroom Booker, you need to keep your mouth shut. You don't have anything to say into this debate. You're never going to procreate, so why should you open your mouth? Boy, I said a lot on that one. I really lost my place. Oh, he also said that if he were elected president, that he would start the White House Office of Reproductive Freedom. Cory believes abortion is a vital reason, and the only duty of his office is to ensure that there are enough abortions, and that's what he wants to do. Black American women are 5 times more likely to have an abortion than a white woman. So, Cory, you're a black man. Why are you wanting to kill all these black babies? What is it? You can't have... they don't grow up quick enough to vote, so you want to kill them? Make room for a whole bunch of illegal aliens that are of age who can vote? Come on, Cory. You need to start getting a little bit honest. You know, I've been researching these abortion clinics around in my area, and as far away as Detroit. But at every one of them, when you pick up the phone and call them, and you get their voice thing, and it says, "We are here to help. Please call for an appointment." All abortion clinics are committed to the teaching of Margaret Sanger, who founded Planned Parenthood. And she said in 1933, before she actually founded Planned Parenthood in 1939, women will never be free until they are able to choose whether or not to become mothers. If you are pro-life, then you need to remember her name. She started Planned Parenthood, and her whole goal was to exterminate the black race. Today, Planned Parenthood and the ACLU filed a federal lawsuit in a bid to block Alabama's strictest abortion laws. It's certain that this lawsuit would be decided by the Supreme Court. The lawsuit was filed on the behalf of abortion providers, Planned Parenthood and their affiliates people, and said that the Alabama law was in direct conflict with Roe v. Wade, and yes, it is. It's in direct conflict, and we need to overturn Roe v. Wade. For 46 years, Roe v. Wade abortion providers have boomed, and that's all about the money, people. I answer my own question. You know, yesterday I was wondering about these laws that were going to be passed, and if they went into effect or not. Well, sorry to say that none of these laws will be ever into effect in Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Missouri, or Oklahoma, or any of these other states because of these lawsuits. And so, yeah, we're going to have to wait on the Supreme Court. But there was a couple other senators there at the Supreme Court this week, and one was Senator Amy Klobuchar. I finally got that name down. I can pronounce it. And she told the crowd, "We are not going to allow them to move our country backwards." But patriots, if you'll think about it for just a minute, we aren't moving anything backwards. We want to move forward. We want to end abortion along with R.V. Wade of 1973. So if we're moving forward to get rid of something that is ancient and outdated and ungodly, then they must be wanting to go backwards, because they're wanting to stay in 1973, because Roe versus Wade is the main law and the main reason that they preach pro-abortion. That is their only stance, is Roe versus Wade. That's it, people. Get rid of that, and they have no legs to stand on. I say cut their legs out from under them as quick as we can. Let them walk around on their knees for a while. They need to get on their knees. Because I'm going to tell you, these people who are pro-abortionists, I don't care if they're doctors performing the abortions or the women having the abortions, or if it's our legislatures and our government that are preaching this stuff. It's pro-abortion, pro-abortion, pro-abortion. The more abortion, the better. I'm going to tell you something, people. I wasn't going to talk about it today, but there's two small voices on everybody's head. There's one on each shoulder. On the left shoulder you have evil, on the right side you have good. That good comes from the Holy Spirit of Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit of God, whispering in your ear, whispering in your ear to do good. Don't do the bad thing. Do the good thing. It's called a conscience, people. Then you guys got a little voice over here in this ear. And people, it's just a whisper on both sides. But you hear it. You're not paying attention, but you hear it. It's just a whisper. And this one on the left shoulder is whispering in your ear, telling you all of the evils to do: abortion, rape, pedophilia, homosexuality, all of it, people. All of these sins against God are because they're listening to a whisper in their ear. And that whisper in their ear today is the same whisper of the snake, the serpent, that whispered to Eve. The truth of the matter is that he did whisper to her, because the Bible said he was the most subtle, not subtle, but subtle, S-U-B-T-L-E-I-L-E. Let me start this over. S-U-B-T-I-L. I'm talking so fast I'm getting ahead of myself. Subtle. It means not easy to hear. Faint. A distant voice. Well, people, that's a whisper. So the same serpent that whispered in the ear of Eve is whispering in the ear of all these demon rats that not only support abortion, but they support destruction of America and open borders, anything to hurt America, and especially to hurt our President Donald Trump. That's just the way it is, people. It's simple. There's no math to it at all. But Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, she says she has a new policy proposal to protect women's access to reproductive health care. And these reproductive health care facilities, people, are Planned Parenthood, plain and simple. People, these demon rats show their colors every day. It's time we open our eyes so we can see them for who they are. I know most of you that are hearing me right now, I know that you feel like I do, and you know exactly what's going on. But people, there's so many that don't. My prayer is that my words would reach the ear of one person who doesn't understand and doesn't know the difference between the whisper of the serpent and the whisper of the Holy Spirit. People, pray for our children. They're the least, the last, and the lost. They only have us. People, I went longer than I normally do. I apologize for that. Pray for our children. Pray for each other. I'm Deplorable Bobby, and this is the way I see it. Y'all have a good day.